Today we are playing the craziest Reanimator deck in Standard right now. This deck has an easy one-turn kill with the ability to bring back your entire graveyard. But we also have some toxic moments that I wasn't even ready for, to be honest, like stealing from our opponent's graveyard, which was full of awesome win cons. I can't lie though, I felt bad for that guy. Guys, we have such a fun deck list for you today, and a highly requested deck list at that. This is one that was actually showcased on the viewer deck list that was used on my stream a couple of weeks ago from Brendan. He was playing it on behalf of Chucky, so I appreciate you guys bringing this one to my attention. But basically it works off of a 2-card combo that I'm sure a lot of you guys know already. But we've got Cavero, which is an absolutely ridiculous Spider-Man card. This is probably one of the best cards to come out of the new Spider-Man set. It is absolutely absurd. It's 4 mana. It becomes a copy of anything in the graveyard when you play it on the spot when it enters the battlefield, which makes it pretty ridiculous because a lot of these effects, you know, you have to swing into the opponent and actually deal damage to become the copy of the creature and all these sorts of things. But this comes to copy right away, which is really ridiculous. And people have been playing it with Bringer of the Last Gift, an absolutely absurd card that can sweep the field when it enters the battlefield and then reanimate your entire graveyard, which is wild. I've played with this card a lot. We've definitely memed with it in the past, but I completely forgot about it, to be honest, and works really well with Cavero. But today I'm doing it a little bit different than what we saw earlier in the stream this week. I'm playing Terror of the Peaks. I feel like Terror of the Peaks is a little bit more of a surefire one-shot win con when you're talking about finishing power over the Vein Ripper. A lot of people have been running the Vein Ripper because this deck also runs things like Harvester of Misery, which you know, can end up sweeping a lot of your own things off the field and your opponent's things off of the field, and then you know, you deal the damage with the Vein Ripper's ability. But today Terror of the Peaks can actually utilize a lot of these creatures' power to just throw fireballs at their face. Now I did encounter a little bit of an issue on the last game. I almost clowned myself. It was pretty embarrassing, but the Terror of the Peaks actually loses its power, its fireball power, when the Misery is actually weakening the field. So I think we might have too many Miseries in the deck. We may have to even substitute the Misery out of the deck. I'm not too sure, but it's okay. The deck runs very smoothly when there's 1, maybe 2 Miseries in the deck. You can always typically one-shot your opponent with the Terror of the Peak still. But if you get 3 or 4 in the graveyard, it basically shuts down your Terror of the Peak. So it kind of works against its own game plan. So you only really want to have 1 or 2 of these in the yard. Maybe cut a couple of these, add a couple more Awakened to Honor Dreads, because this is a great removal spell that can obviously mill you out and bring some stuff back for you as well. We've also got the Quag Feast that we're running, which is a good way to mill out the opponent and, you know, destroy something. So this could also be more an addition of, but I do like the fact that it is a Misery is a creature and it does have high power, which can contribute to that Terror of the Peaks hit. But with things like Overlord in the deck as well, we don't really need that much power. I mean, Terror of the Peaks just needs, you know, 2 terrors and then, you know, a couple big things, maybe 1 or 2 big things, and then it can one-shot the opponent. But it's a pretty ridiculous gameplay that we have for you guys today. We actually ended up beating the opponent with their own deck and another reanimation matchup. So hope you guys have fun with this one, man. We're gonna jump right into it, and I hope you guys enjoy. Peace out. Here we go, guys. We are playing some Bringer of the Last Gift and some Cavero today. Super stoked about this deck because you guys actually showed me this one during the playing viewer deck list the other day on stream. So that was pretty cool. Very excited though, because I've made some adjustments to the build that feels like it's helped with its consistency a little bit. One-shotting the opponent. I added Terror of the Peaks, which has been a nice little touch. Terror of the Peaks has been kind of our main finisher these last couple of games. So hopefully we can show you guys some really sweet games here. Demon Wall is interesting. I do want to kill it, but I think running out the bargain here when I'm not under any pressure yet seems like the better play. Here we go. Bargain. Well, that's not ideal, is it? I guess we'll take the 2 lands. I mean, the Harvester can't kill either one of those. Wow, that's tough. Tough little draw right there, huh? Okay, so I do have the means to at least take out a creature here. Probably should take out the Slasher for now. And then we'll play out this and this. All right, come on. Give me something good here. All right, so the draws have not been so ideal for this game so far, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm holding out hope here. We've basically been filling up the graveyard with a lot of stuff that I need, and then everything that I don't need in my hand is in my hand. That happens sometimes when you play Reanimator. Oh my gosh, there's no way. There's no way. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what I want to do here. I could use this as a combat trick to block, and then this is the only thing they're going to be attacking with, though. Yeah, that's probably not going to be a very good combat trick, is it? I mean, we do have the Overlord, though, that's going to be done being impended here next turn, so that's good. We're not having a great start, though. Unfortunately. Pretty unlucky balancing of hand versus what's landing in the graveyard at the moment. Does that exile? It sure does. Okay, so we're losing a creature in exile here. Probably one of the bringer of the last gifts. It's fine. I've got 2 of them. Okay. They take out the Terror of the Peaks. They know what they're doing here. All right. It's officially like my last turn to make something happen here. Okay. Goodness, no, we don't have a bringer in the yard yet. Is there any way to get it into the yard here? This is going to become a creature, which is nice. If I make this become a Harvester of Misery, what does that look like for me? What does that look like for me? I don't know. If I make it become a Harvester of Misery and then I do another Misery trigger off of this, that could be pretty good. Yeah, maybe. Maybe that's the play. It's pretty weak for us, but you know what? I've got to do what I got to do, you know? Gotta do what we gotta do. That'll keep us alive for another turn, you know? And then I can happily block here with the Cavero, and then, or if they want to kill it, that's cool too. Because I can use the Overlord to attack, bring it back, and then do my, hopefully, Bringer the Last Gift. Well, that's not good. That was about as bad of a card as I could have seen there. But you know what? There wasn't anything super important in the yard right now, so we might be okay. I'm actually going to lose half my life total here. Don't care. All right, they draw 1 card off of that. And it's another slasher, okay. Okay, what do we want to do? Do we attack first or do we go with this bargain? I think I go bargain here. It's probably the safer of the 2 plays. And of course. Oh my god, what's my luck right now? What is my luck right now, guys? Let's see what happens. Cavero, and then I can turn it into just a Terror of the Peaks right now, which is still okay. It's something, right? Oh, I can turn it into the Overlord now, though. All right, let's turn it into the Overlord. Are we really still going to win this game? That would be crazy, man. That'd be crazy. There's a Bringer of the Last Gift. Goodness gracious, it took long enough. All right, we're going to take you back. And I can block the Slasher. Demon Wall's going to go to 5 power. Fine, I'm still alive. That's all that matters. And we do have a Terror in there, right? We have 1 Terror. I'm not one-shotting nobody, but pretty close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Okay, so let's do this. Let's see what we get. Come on. 2 Terrors. Okay, we might be one-shotting somebody today. You know what? I think we decline all of that, because if we can reanimate all of these things and then copy the Terror as well. Oh yeah, GG's. We got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. It was a battle, man, but we got there. Hoo-wee, that was close. Copy you. And let the pain rain down on the opponent here from the Terror of the Peaks. Let's go, dude. 1 HP and a dream, and we pulled it out. That's crazy. Now, we do have a Harvester of Misery. It's going to lighten the load here, unfortunately, with some of these fireballs, but we should still have more than enough. Should have more than enough here. Yes, we do. Perfect. I was going to say, with that many triggers, there's no way. Holy cow, that was way too difficult. We got there though. All right, game number 2. Our hand starts out a lot stronger than the last one. Sorry, I didn't realize my background ambiance music wasn't playing there in that last game. Went back and checked it out. I'm like, oh, audio was bad. We got the music now though. I know it's low anyways, you probably can barely hear it, but I like to have it on. All right, what do we got? Okay, we probably got landfall here. Some misery triggers is gonna be nice. That's a great top deck too. You know what? Should I save it? No, I don't think so, because I don't want them getting into their Hydra here very fast. Give me a Tifa target for this. Nothing? Good. Good. Yeah, let's just go with this for now. Get another land. Okay, we're starting off a lot better than last game. I'll tell you that much. Holy cow, the draws are already so much better. We've got an Overlord in the yard, which we can copy with Kavero at any point, which is a really nice play. I'll just take you out. I don't see why not. Get on in there. I don't have much for interaction after that. I do have the Forgotten, but that doesn't do much other than slow them down here. Okay, I can do this and hopefully hit a land for the bargain. I get a land, but it's a tap land and it's the colors we've already gotten, so that's not ideal. Do we bounce this and reset them again? If they have, let's say worst case scenario, they have Chocobo and then they get a sack land. That's gonna go to 2, 4, 8, 16. So I'll still be alive. I'm gonna let it ride. Let it ride. Do we have a sweeper yet in the yard? No, just the Overlord. Okay, gotta find the bringer of the last gift here. Oh, they got the Chocobo and they've got the sack land, right? Okay. Not quite, not quite. Still a pretty good hit though there for him. I am gonna double block this or no? Yeah, probably. No, we'll take 4. Because I'm gonna bounce this and I can double block the Chocobo to keep them off an attack here. That's pretty good. Let's do you first. But then I'll need another black source, won't I? Yeah, I'll need another black source. I really want to get full value out of this, obviously. That's such a gamble, man. That's such a gamble. I guess if I do blue, green, whatever, that'll give me a better chance at being able to do the full pull on that. Okay, so what are we missing here? I mean, Tear of the Pieces got to go, right? 8 or more permanent cards in the graveyard. Okay, perfect. So this works fine. Let me play you. We get the full amount. You discard a card, auto pay. Okay, so we got a Terror of the Peaks in the yard now, which is fantastic. I've got blocking for Chocobo here. Perfect. Okay, now we're talking. Let's grab the land. Let's grab the land. Yes, dude. Yes, dude. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna attack actually because I have the blocker with the Scholar here if they want to attack with the Chocobo. And if they want to block one of these town greeters to get it into the graveyard, that's just more value for me later. So I'll take it. Huge, baby. Let's go. I think we got him. I think we got the landfall player, guys. Because we got what? An Overlord. We got a Harvester, Bringer, and a Terror with a couple small guys here. A lot of small guys. We did take out the Vein Ripper, which could have been another one-shot potential here, but I was liking the Terror of the Peaks a lot more. That was a pretty scary turn, I can't lie. The opponent definitely had a pretty good turn there. They're willing to trade, huh? Weird. Weird, but that's fine. How you like them apples? Bada bing, bada boom. And we're back. Let's see. So that's 4, or no, that's 5, 10. How much damage is this? 16. Wait, 5, 10, 16. Yeah, we got lethal. Wait, but the Harvester of Misery is going to go off, but that's going to kill their whole board. Yeah, let's just do this. All right, Harvester of Misery going off makes things a little bit tricky when it comes to Terror of the Peaks, but we still should have enough to one-shot. If we don't, like I said, we are going to sweep the opponent's side of the field here. I guess they're going to get double triggers on the landfall stuff, so I should probably do this just to keep them from being able to get double the counters, because that'll stop the Misery from being able to do its thing. Let's go. Let's go. All right, land. Land. Just filling up my hand here. Feeling good. Another Cavero. I mean, you can't ask for a better situation than that. Drop both of these. Don't need those. That can go to the yard. Whoops. I meant to say yes. That was a mistake. Oh well, I guess we dropped 2 more lands. I accidentally misclicked that. And we'll take back another Cavero. Pretty sure that's already the game though. Yeah, I was gonna say, we're just kind of doing semantics at this point. We basically won the game there. Harvester of Misery kind of saved them, but GG. All right, we got the opponent going first here. We do have a Scholar with the mana to drop off like a Terror of the Peaks here or something. But it's no black sources in sight, which is kind of scary. Gosh, this is one of those things where like you keep it and you have a really great start if you find a black source. If you miss the black source, you automatically lose. Yes, we're gonna try to gamble here a little bit. We are the gambling type around here. Okay, nice, we got the black source. Yes. All right, so the opponent though on Orzhov, which means they're probably doing some raise the pass kind of stuff, which could be bad for us because if they fill up their graveyard, that could give them a pretty good hit off of our own Bringer of the Last Gift. But Harvester of Misery is really solid though too. No targets for me to blow up here, huh? Well, that's a bummer. Bringer of the Last Gift. Yes, dude. Now this is what we call a smooth game. I could technically just bring everything back on turn 4 here and I mean probably just win the game, but I think I can win the game on turn 4 here because I got another Cavero in the yard to copy the Terror of the Peaks. Turn 4 win? There's no way. Did we get a turn 4 win? I don't think I've gotten a turn 4 win yet. Let's find out. Let's find out. I think I did. That's standard for you, man. If your game plan can't at least at, you know, the bare minimum best it can do is a turn 4 win, you're probably not gonna do very well. It has to at least have one kind of turn 1 or turn 4 win. Sorry, turn 1 win. That's crazy. Turn 4 at the bare minimum, which is crazy. Standards in the wild place. Are they gonna blow us up? They have a kill spell clearly. Does that matter for me though? Oh, what? They got the perfect answer. Oh my god, they got the perfect answer. That's crazy. Tidebinder was a wild pull. I didn't even realize they were running blue. Wow, we really had it too. We were gonna get double. We were gonna get double the Terror of the Peaks there, and then the Scholar. I guess it wouldn't have been a win though, because we weren't actually gonna get the. We weren't gonna get the damage off of the Bringer of the Last Gift. So I guess I was probably incorrect in my assessment of that being an actual win there on the spot. All right, so the opponent though. They're playing Pixies. I couldn't have guessed that. I had no idea that's what was going on here. I think do we let that go through? This doesn't fly anymore. Yeah, I guess we just block, huh? Sure. Sure. All right, so we got a tough decision here. Do we want a Harvester of Misery or do we want to just individually blow something up and go for like a town greeter? I think I want to actually fully Harvester Misery right now. Just eat up their whole board state here. They have nowhere to run. We know this. Man, what a What a surprise. I'm just still in shock right now because I couldn't have guessed that that was the matchup at all based on the lands they had here. They had the starting town, obviously, which kind of threw me for a loop. Okay. No plays. Okay. I guess we go with the town greeter then. It's really the only thing we can do. Could blow up my own stuff here, though, with the Awaken, I guess, to get back later the Cavero. I guess that's worth doing. All right, get in for the 5. Nowhere to run. Doubling on nowhere to run, maybe? Oh, Enduring Curiosity. Okay. Another card I didn't expect to see in this build, but fair enough. And they're not blocking. Okay, I got a 5/5 that can block you. But the nowhere to run obviously makes that a fair fight. I'm willing to trade. I'm willing to trade to keep you from drawing a card. 3, 6. We're getting pretty close to being able to just cast this. Let's go ahead and get the Watery Grave down. Let me just double check one more time though, so I don't mess up. 3, 6. Yeah, we don't have enough, which means this can come in tapped. And the Harvester of Misery, I'm gonna leave back to block here. I know we're gonna get him in range of just one more shot to win, but never mind. This is some sort of weird Dimir mid-range pixie bounce deck. I respect it. I respect it. Out of the ordinary, let's just say that. They're probably gonna get us with a counter spell here too, just to top everything off from all the nonsense we've seen so far. Okay, so if they do end up getting us with a counter spell, what counter? Oh, that's perfect actually. That can give me a little bit of a test here to see if they are gonna counter our plays, because if they have a counter spell, they're not gonna want their Kaito to die here. There's no shot, right? So let's try to test the waters here with the Awaken. Yeah, they've got something for flash here. I don't know if I necessarily feel super comfortable running out. Okay, never mind. Just kidding. I was probably not even going to run it out. I was probably going to take another hit here just to be on the safe side. But letting them draw 2 cards, though, 2 might have been not the play. So maybe I would have had to think about that a little bit. But 3 mana open, priority holds. It could be anything from flash creatures to counter spells. So G's, I guess. Oh, it could have been a Tidebinder too, which could have obviously shut down Cavero's ability. Anyways, man, we are kind of rolling right now up the ranks with this deck, huh? And I do have a pretty good hand here. It's not fantastic, I'll give you that. It's not fantastic, but it's good enough. I've got a black source or blue source off the starting town, so the mana's not terrible. Something's got to come into the battlefield tapped, huh? I guess we'll drop. Well, that actually might be a really good card depending on the matchup here, huh? I still think that's got to be the... Well, I don't know. Yeah, it's got to be the play, right? Ah, oh, dang it. Terror of the Peaks. I probably would have put that out. All right, anyways, let's do Baelmerk. Baelmerk, and then hopefully find me something good. No lands go to the yard. Okay, a land did go to the yard, but I got the good card here. The Town Greeter was probably the best thing I could have found. Keep the mana flowing. Okay, we got Mardu. Mardu, little guys. I am gonna kill this to keep them from being able to, you know, play the card they just got from exile, which is a land, but still worth it in my opinion. Greeter can block really well against this. I have a Bringer of the Last Gift in the yard with a Terror of the Peaks too, so if I get a land here, I mean, I could just go in for it here on turn 4, which is pretty sweet. Not quite, but a very good card. This goes 4 cards deep. This goes 4 as well. I guess well, you know what? This can block, right? Let's play the guaranteed that can block. Let's go here. No need to play it for 2 damage. Let's just play it on the tapped end of things. Okay, so cool. We can actually copy the Terror of the Peaks, and we got 2 Bringer. So that'll be good. I think that's GG's. Unless they can kill us here. Nah. Definitely can't, but we can kill them. That'll do it. That will do it, ladies and gentlemen. Another one shot here. Come on. Copy you. Terror of the Peaks. Go crazy, my dude. GG's. Yeah, not a lot of people like to sit through it, and I don't blame them because, yeah, it's pretty nasty. All right, the opponent going first. We got plenty of removal, though, going second. I love that. I love that. Just don't be super aggressive. You can be kind of aggressive. Just don't be like mono red or anything. I like having the Quag Feast here, though. It's really nice. Okay. I love that I don't have to take damage off my lands. I'll play that every day of the week. We got fooled by a starting town last time. I'm not going to let it happen again. Not going to let it happen again. I'm keeping my eyes open this time. All right, we got a fear of missing out. Arden. Ooh, I don't love the idea of giving them back an Arden off the Bringer of the Last Gift, but I do like the idea of making my Kavero into an Arden. That seems interesting to me and compelling. Let's do the Town Greeter. Town Greeter I think is better here. Can chump block, give me a land. We'll take it. Okay. And then what do we have? Nothing in my yard yet. I mean, if I can steal their creature, like if they drop a Cactuar here, that would be kind of crazy. I've got to beat them to the Arden though. So if the Arden, you know, gets reanimated next turn because they're going first, that could be really, really bad news for us. Oh, they got a Valgavoth. Okay, Valgavoth is not good. Not good. It all comes down to this next turn, guys. Do they have the 4th land drop? And if they do, do they have the reanimation? Which that'll do it. I guess we'll find out. If I end up stealing their reanimation, oh, that'd be so fun. Come on, let this happen. Let this happen for the memes. Yes, we stole their Arden, dude. Oh my god, we stole their Arden. This is gonna be awesome. And they've got Bringer of the Last Gift too. Okay, I like it. I like it. This is gonna be an interesting game, huh? Another Kavero in the yard. I don't see why I wouldn't take damage here. It's fine. Kavero, go steal that from me if you don't mind. Thank you. And then we'll take your Valgavoth too. Oh my god, that's so cruel. That was the meanest thing we've ever done here. Oh my god. I can't lie, adding Arden to the mix in our deck would be pretty fun. That could be a pretty interesting and pretty compelling idea. I don't know how we'd do it though, comparatively to this one, but it seems like it'd be pretty interesting. All right, we might have landfall again. Okay, maybe not. Or not. Overlord of the Baelmerk. Something at instant speed here that they can cast prior to this even resolving. What could that be? Oh man, I'm gonna need some help with this one, guys. Lend me your knowledge here. What could that be? Instant speed, plains and forest, before anything was on the field. And they could respond to me casting the spell. What am I missing? Some sort of like instant... Oh, like Virtue of Loyalty and token, like Resolute Reinforcements maybe? Okay, I don't know why I didn't think of that. That's obvious. But they didn't play that, so what in the world's happening here? What in the world is happening here? Do I want to do that, or do I want to keep trying to fortify my yard here a little bit more? Like, do we care about this? I kind of do care about it, but I kind of care more about getting like my Bringer of the Last Gift into the yard, because they could end up playing Ouroboros. Wow. We whiffed. What do we get in the yard though? We got an Overlord and a Town Greeter. Okay. Is it Ouroboros time? It is. Okay. I was worried about that. I mean, still pretty compelling idea to maybe have killed this, but and an armor. Oh, so you were holding on to Shard Mage's Rescue maybe? Is that what we were feeling priority stick on earlier? I don't know. Oh, we're cooked. GG's, we're cooked. Darn it, we finally suffered an L to a pretty unfortunate scenario here. What do I do here? I don't know, man. This is really bad. I think I'm gonna take both the lands here. That was bad. Unlucky. I mean, I do have Cavero. It can come in and turn itself into something else here. We'd probably pick the Overlord. Double Ouroboros is crazy. Let's see if they put the stack right. They don't. That's good. That could have been probably lethal right there if they had put the stack there, right? If you put the bigger Ouroboros to go off first before the smaller one, you typically a lot of times will end up winning the game in that spot because you can get way more counters. I'm trying to think here, guys. I really don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do. I don't think there's an answer here. Man. Just got super unlucky in this one. It bums me out when we go on such a good run like this because I'm like, dude, we can go undefeated in this video. That'd be sick. But I think we're about to falter here. I don't see anything I can copy here, though. That'd be advantageous enough to work out for me. If I take the Overlord, I mean, I can get back a Town Greeter, but I don't have the mana to cast it. I'm trying to figure out a way to get 2 chump blockers here, but I just don't see it. I don't see it. I mean, we're kind of just wasting our time here, right? Okay, well, they take out 2 cards from my graveyard, gain some life. That's fine. We'll turn into this. Maybe we find something off the top. That's good. I don't know if we have any. Yeah, we have no 1-drops. There's no way. We are so close to. We had this next turn. Bringer the last gift. So close. Oh, I forgot about you. Almost there, man. Almost there. That's the difference right there of like just needing one more turn and just closing it out. That's tough. Maybe if I don't know if I went second, but maybe if I had gone first. All right, so we have got a really good hand. We're going second though. It's okay. Can't ask for much better hand than this. Got a little bit of early interaction with the Misery. They're taking damage right away. Okay, well, again, this is like a massive difference from first and second, you know, because if I had gone first, I'd be taking that out immediately with the Misery. Now we're kind of behind, taking 2 damage here, and God knows what else. It seems like this might be that deck that wants to copy like the 1-drops and the 2-drops. It's that new villain creature we got. Yeah, see, they wouldn't have been able to even copy that if I had the Misery out already. Do I go with the Greeter maybe next turn? That's a possibility. I think I'm going to go with the Greeter instead of the Misery play because they're going to put a 1/1 counter on the Paw Patch Recruit, and then I won't be able to block very well. I do need the opponent to attack though. All right, so it looks like they're back. Sorry, I've been sitting here a minute. They are back. Yeah, so I think I decided on the Town Greeter previously before they went AFK there. Take the land. We got a Cavero in the yard with a Terror. Get the Cavero back with this. So at least we've got the turn 4, right? They do a Riddler. Okay, yeah, this has to be that new Simic villain. It's a good card. It's a fun card, especially with these recruits and stuff. Absolutely, we'll make that trade. That gives me a good Misery here. But do I want to actually play the Misery? Or do I want to go Overlord to make sure I get my turn 4 reanimation? I think it's smarter to probably go here to get my reanimation guaranteed. Because I can take another hit here for 4. That's fine. Perfect. Bringer the last gift makes its way to the yard. That should be GG's. That should do it. Another Quantum Riddler. Fine. Drawing cards doesn't hurt me much. All right, they are going to be at 5 mana next turn though, which means they can play a Quantum Riddler for its full cost. Another recruit is crazy. I guess this is actually not a recruit though, so I guess that makes sense. Here we go. Let's have some fun. Or not. You're gonna make me sit around for 10 minutes to decide to attack and then not let me have my fun. Dang it. All right, let's finish this out strong here. We've got a Quack Feast. We're going second. I can't argue with this hand. This hand is about as good of a starting hand as you can want. Let's end this one strong though, man. We've had such a sweet run here today. Yeah, we'll play these lands out first, I guess. I wanted to get the breeding pool in there tapped, but I don't want to get breeding pool followed by both of these sanctums. Because I'll need a black source. All right, so we got a Simic player again. Are we getting countered here? Are we getting countered here? Okay, we're not getting countered, but we do see a Consults here, which is a pretty good indicator of a control sort of shell. Take that, sure. I don't know if I love the idea of playing a control player here, especially if they're able to affect my graveyard in any way. A lot of control decks have answers for, you know, exiling graveyards and whatnot. But the Simic colors are weird, and then the elf is throwing me for a loop now too. I don't know. I think I'm going to take the elf. No, the elf is so not worrisome, right? Let's attack and see if the elf's willing to block. I highly, highly doubt it, but at least let's give him the opportunity to maybe try to block. All right, Town Greeter. And tell me we get a Cavero. Come on. Looking for a Cavero. No, no Cavero. But what do we think about what's in the yard so far? Just 2 Terra the Peaks, huh? Got to get these Bringer of the Last Gifts out of our hand. Hopefully with the Bailmerg we can find one of our flyers. One of our 2/2 flyers to draw and discard. Definitely not missing any land drops here. The consoles are throwing me for a loop here, man, because this feels like some sort of ramp into... Okay, this might be... Oh, you know what? This could be, what's it called? Coma? Is it Coma? Tired, man. It's getting late. I'm like, what is the name of these cards? All right, definitely got the Scholar off the top, just like I wanted. Beautiful. Bringer of the Last Gift is gone. I definitely think this is going to be Coma, though. Doing the whole infinite thing with the Omniscience, which is super lame. Yeah, we'll do this. I don't have any instant speed removal except for the Misery, which doesn't do up to 3 toughness, so I expect them to be able to pull this combo off pretty easily against us if they find the pieces. Which, with a couple of consoles, I'm sure... found them quite a few pieces that they needed. They do have the ability now to crew, so I mean it could happen right now. No? Okay, that's good. Bringer of the Last Gift. Why are you making my life so hard? I'm probably gonna end up Quag Feasting here on the elf, but then they're probably gonna... Well, they can't crew up because it needs 4 crew. Okay, I thought it was 1. I don't know why. You know what? Harvester of Misery is actually better because I can do this, put it right back into the graveyard. They're gonna stop that. They tap it for a green source. For what though? River Region. Okay, so using it for mana for River Region is pretty smart. They might draw into something here that can be cast for 2. Yeah, the River Region's a dead giveaway too, that this is almost certainly going to be some sort of Omniscience combo. I don't think we're gonna win this one, and strictly because we still haven't found a Cavero. I mean, if we find a Cavero, GG's, we win. But I'm guessing that at this point too, they have counter spells 3 steps ahead, things like that. So if they don't already have their infinite combo here with Omniscience, I would expect them to have the counter spell. Yeah, we're drawing pretty poorly here. Not how I wanted to end it, but you know what? Pretty strong showing. All right, Bringer of the Last Gift is an 8 mana spell. We're only on 6, about to be 7 mana, so we got 1 more turn after the next. So they get 2 more shots here. I would imagine they've got to have something. Yeah, I mean, they're drawing and discarding even more cards here. Certainly they've got something here. If they drop like a Coma or something out of their hand too, you know they've got a backup. Dispelling Exhale. That's a problem. That is a problem. This is all on my turn, by the way, guys. So they're gonna untap and do this all over again. I just don't see it. I mean, I thought for sure by last 2 turns I was gonna be dead though. So maybe there's a chance, but I don't see it. I really don't. Man, I really like this video though, man. Going up against another Reanimator deck and stealing their cards was so much fun. That was probably the most fun I've had in a minute. Vestige, okay. Again, not really what I expected to see there. I mean, we're still alive, which is kind of crazy. How are we still alive here? We're about to deal 9 damage too. Or no, not 9 damage, I'm sorry. We only need to deal 9 damage is what I meant to say. Sorry, like I said, it's getting a little bit late. I'm getting a bit tired. I don't know where my brain just went this last game, but apparently it just shut off. Oh. Okay, that's a 7 drop. We got 11 cards in the yard. It's ward. Pay 7 life. I mean, worth it, right? Worth it. I think. What do you guys think? Worth it? 7 life? I mean, that puts us within range of dying here to another attack from the wagon, but I don't necessarily have to attack with everybody here. Could just send in the scholar. Obviously, they're holding an exhale, guys. That's kind of what they're debating on what to do here because I can pay the 4 mana for the exhale, which is why they're waiting on casting it. Could be 3 steps ahead, though. You never know. Yeah, it's definitely an exhale. Did we already mill? I don't know if we already milled or not. No, we didn't. Okay, so we got a land and an awaken. Let's swing through with you. Let's play the tap land. Play it safe and say go. I mean, I've got the misery, which can cycle itself out here too, which can make a pretty surprise block against the world wagon. I am flabbergasted at the fact that there's no omniscience on the field yet. This is probably not what I thought it was, though, you know? That happens sometimes. All right, so we do have a Kona answer. Quagfeast does answer Planeswalkers. So, I mean, it's still very possible we pull this off somehow. Oh, we're adding colorless mana. Okay, so another vestige, I'm guessing, here for the 4. They're gonna warp it in. Yep. So they warp in a vestige here, exile my Baelmerk, which is tough. I'm gonna be real, that's pretty tough. But I think I just one-shot him here with this. They're tapped out. I've got 2 Terror of the Peaks in here and another, yeah, a bunch of 5. Yeah, this is over. We won. We won, guys. All right, they're not gonna like this next move here for sure. We're gonna do this. And then we're gonna Harvester of Misery. I cannot believe we won this game. I genuinely can't believe it. Am I jumping the gun? Sure, probably, but I don't think so. I guess it depends on what this pulls, right? This will tell us a lot. A 9 mana spell can't be Omniscience. It's 10 mana, right? Cool. I mean, just a fair play. Guys, we made it all the way to 8 mana and we're going to play out Bringer of the Last Gift like fairly. Like, what are we talking about here? They're going to get back some spells here, though. Do we care? I don't think that matters, right? Nah, it doesn't matter. Just checking my repercussions here. My Terror of the Peak should be more than enough to close this out. All right. GG's, my friend. I have no idea what I was up against there, apparently. Apparently, I thought I knew. But, guess not. Oh, no. I just realized. I still got it. Oh, my gosh. I forgot how many. Oh my gosh, I forgot how many harvesters were in the yard. That was almost a meme on myself. Dude, I've got to figure out the ratio here, guys. I'm thinking, so 3 harvesters were in the yard there. I'm thinking we should probably add another Quag Feast and maybe another Awaken the Honor Dread. I don't know. The harvesters having 5 powered bodies though does apply to the Terror of the Peaks, which is really nice when I don't overrun more than 2 of them, you know. Do I cut a few of those? I don't know. I'll let you guys decide. That was a close one though. I almost embarrassed myself on that last one, but gotta do some math next time. GG's. Good run.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. The name is Swayze, no Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. Where's the upload, man? Man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't cheap.